Hey everybody, welcome to 2026. Wow. So January is a great time to reconnect with your shop space. It's an opportunity to assess the state of your shop. Of course, there's no reason why you can't do this any other month of the year, but there's always something about the new year that feels fresh. It's like an imaginary reset button. It's an opportunity to plan and organize. And I think this is an especially good time if you live in a cold climate. It's pretty cold here right now, and you don't get a whole lot of projects built during the winter. Instead, you can start getting your shop prepared for warmer days. There's always things to be done in a workshop that don't require long hours spent freezing to death. So here are my 6 tips to jumpstart your workshop and make it even more inviting for the year ahead. First, I really believe it's important to get in the right headspace. Grab a cup of coffee or cocoa or herbal tea or whatever you want and just wander around your shop. Reflect on the projects that you made this past year and the enjoyment you had in this space. Notice how all of your tools sit when they're not in use and the way the sun might shine on them. This is your sanctuary. Take time to fully be in it. A workshop is much more than a place just to build things. Hippie. Number 2, if you are using a shared space, maybe you just have part of the garage, other junk always seems to have a way of encroaching on your shop space. So like when you're working, do you have to like constantly move the lawnmower out of the way or camping equipment just to like get to your miter saw or something? If you're unable to negotiate more space, try delineating your space. A few years ago, I suggested running some painter's tape on the floor, clearly identifying the boundaries of your shop area. And it's amazing how many people actually tried this and had a lot of success with it. Of course, I'm basically suggesting an episode from every 80s sitcom. Anyways, somehow, even imaginary walls will discourage people from trying to store stuff in your shop area. Of course, this goes both ways. Don't store any of your woodworking gear over by the box of Christmas decorations. We're here to keep everybody happy. Number 3, rearrange your furniture. Changing things around in your shop can improve your workflow and make your shop feel new. Sometimes we just get stuck thinking that wherever we kind of like first positioned our tools is where they just have to always remain. And I mean, I've completely reorganized my shop many times over the years as my tools change and my needs grow. Take some time to really consider your workflow and if you're wasting steps walking around, moving from tool to tool, from tool to your workbench, and play around with various placements of your workbenches and tools. It might take a few months of working in your shop to really understand which layout works best for you, but it's worth experimenting with now. Number 4, this is a big one. Look at all of your horizontal surfaces, your workbench and everything else right now in whatever state they're in. So what is on those surfaces? Is there like a sander, a drill, maybe a bottle of glue, rags, random screws? I mean, if you're actively in the middle of building a project right now, that's one thing, but some of those tools might be homeless tools. They need shelter, a place to call home. By the way, as a side note, I do actually recommend putting away tools during projects while you're working on them to help with workflow reasons. But for now, figure out what gear is just kind of continually sitting on your workbench or what kinds of junk just always seems to pile up. Or this might call attention to itself by those tools that you seem to always have to search for and you don't remember where you last set them. I suggest making stations that group categories of tools, maybe a cabinet specifically for sanders and sandpaper, or a finishing cabinet, or a station for drills, drivers, and bits. You can always designate shelf space with painter's tape, also for specific tools. I think the key to tool organization is to set up zones, tools and accessories that logically go together. The more homes that you can provide for all of your stuff, the more likely you'll stay organized. And the more organized you are, the more productive you'll be. Number 5. Reduce the wood hoard. One of the things all woodworkers struggle with is scrap lumber. It's difficult to decide if a cutoff is something we might be able to do something with someday, or if it's just waste. Over the years, I've gotten more and more aggressive about tossing off small cutoffs as soon as I cut them off, but it's mostly kind of instinctual. I don't have any like specific length of board that I'll save. It's just what feels right. And over the years, I've kind of gotten to know that, yeah, it's very unlikely I'm gonna ever use a tiny piece of board, because if I'm gonna make something, I'm gonna need more of that, and I'll just buy the wood. I guess mostly you just need to be aware of those tiny pieces because they accumulate and they just take up valuable space, including headspace. So I suggest thinning out the wood hoard at least once a year. If you don't think you have enough right now to get rid of, mark a date on your calendar and stick to it. Lots of people will gladly take your scrap lumber off your hands. You can place an ad on Craigslist or Facebook. I've had pretty good luck doing that, and just give it away for free. You just put an ad, say free lumber, and put a pile of it out on the sidewalk, and I almost guarantee somebody's gonna come by and take it. It's gonna make them really happy, and it's a good way to declutter your space. And finally, take time to do some interior decorating. You spend a lot of time in your shop, and it should be a place that inspires you every time you step into it, even if you're the only one who's ever in it. Create some wall art, or install some LED strips, or just paint the walls. And I think this is important too. Take some before pictures. Once next year rolls around, you'll appreciate that, kind of a visual reminder of how far you've come and how your shop has changed. And by the way, if you feel overwhelmed or frustrated trying to organize your shop into a more productive workspace, or if you're just wanting to set up your very first workshop from scratch, my online course, The Weekend Workshop, is the solution you're looking for. It's my step-by-step system that covers everything from workflow and organization to air quality, lighting, and much more. Plus, you'll get detailed plans and videos for 14 shop projects designed to make the most out of every square inch of space. Even if, God forbid, you have to share that space with a car. I'm super proud of how many people have gotten their shops set up using this course. So check it out over at theweekendworkshop.com. And thanks for watching, everybody.